Eric Irons, 1921 to 2007. Eric Irons was the first black magistrate in Britain, appointed in 1962, breaking significant barriers in the British legal system. Born in Jamaica, Irons moved to the UK after serving in the Royal Air Force during World War II. He became a prominent advocate for racial equality and worked tirelessly to tackle discrimination in the workplace, helping to establish the Nottingham and District Community Relations Council. His dedication to justice and civil rights paved the way for greater black representation within British institutions, and his legacy represents a vital step towards an inclusive judicial system.
Diane Abbott, 1953 to present. Diane Abbott made history back in 1987 as the first black woman elected to the House of Commons in the UK. A member of the Labour Party, she had been a prominent figure in British politics, championing issues like social justice, education, healthcare and minority rights. Abbott's groundbreaking political career has inspired countless people of colour to engage in politics, and she has consistently used her platform to speak out against racism, sexism and inequality. Despite facing significant challenges and prejudice, she remains a symbol of resilience and a leading voice in advocating for marginalised communities.
Bernard Grant, 1944 to 2000. Bernard Grant was one of the first black members of Parliament in the UK, elected in 1987 alongside Diane Abbott. Born in British Guiana, now Guyana, Grant moved to Britain in the 1960s and became a forceful advocate for workers' rights and social justice. Known for his unapologetic approach to highlighting racial injustices, he campaigned for fair treatment of black communities and fought tirelessly for reforms in policing and public services. Grant's leadership and his vision for an inclusive society helped shine a light on institutional racism and pave the way for future generations of black political leaders.
David Lammy, 1972 to present. David Lammy is a prominent British politician and the current Member of Parliament for Tottenham, a position he has held since 2000. Known for his powerful speeches and advocacy on social issues, Lammy has been a vocal critic of racial inequality, the Windrush scandal and the injustices facing marginalised communities. He has championed education, youth opportunities and criminal justice reform, consistently pushing for policies that address systemic disparities. Lammy's role in reclaiming the narrative has involved not only highlighting past injustices, but also fighting for a more equitable future for all. Olive Morris, 1952 to 1979. Olive Morris was a Jamaican-born activist who played a crucial role in the fight for civil rights in Britain during the 1970s. She was a founding member of the Brixton Black Women's Group and the Organisation of Women of African and Asian Descent. Morris was deeply involved in campaigns for housing rights, education and the rights of black women. Though her life was tragically cut short at the age of 27, her activism laid the groundwork for future movements addressing race, gender and class oppression in the UK. Olive Morris remains an enduring symbol of grassroots resistance and community empowerment.
Sir Lenny Henry, 1958 to present. Sir Lenny Henry is an acclaimed British comedian, actor and writer who has used his platform to advocate for greater diversity in the entertainment industry. Born in Dudley, England, to Jamaican parents, Henry rose to fame in the 1970s and became a household name for his comedy and television appearances. Beyond entertainment, he's been a powerful voice in calling out the lack of British representation in British media. Henry co-founded Comic Relief, which has raised millions for charity and has consistently highlighted the importance of representation, ensuring that black voices and stories are included in mainstream narratives.
Bill Richmond, 1763 to 1829. Bill Richmond was one of the earliest notable black figures in British sporting history, renowned as a successful bare-knuckle boxer. Born a slave in Staten Island, New York, Richmond moved to England where he became a celebrated pugilist known for his skill, strategy and resilience. Despite the racial prejudice of the time, Richmond achieved widespread recognition and even opened a boxing academy in London, where he trained future fighters. His success and charisma challenged the stereotypes of black people in Georgian England, and his story is one of defiance against the societal limitations imposed on him. Mary C. Cole, 1805 to 1881. Mary C. Cole was a pioneering nurse and businesswoman of Jamaican-Scottish descent, celebrated for her bravery in treating soldiers during the Crimean War. After being refused entry to work alongside Florence Nightingale due to her race, C. Cole founded her own journey to the front lines and established the British Hotel, where she cared for sick and wounded soldiers. Her contributions were widely recognised by the soldiers she helped, and she was affectionately known as Mother C. Cole. In recent years, her story has been reclaimed and celebrated as a testament to courage, compassion, and the fight for recognition against racial prejudice in the medical field.
Benjamin Zephaniah, 1958 to 2023. Benjamin Zephaniah is a celebrated British-Jamaican poet, writer, and activist, known for his outspoken stance on social justice, equality, and human rights. Born in Birmingham to Caribbean immigrant parents, Zephaniah grew up in the multicultural neighbourhood of Handsworth, which heavily influenced his work. He's a pioneer of dub poetry, a genre that combines spoken word with reggae rhythms, and his work often addresses issues such as racism, oppression, and police brutality. Zephaniah rejected an OBE, an Order of the British Empire, in 2003, stating his opposition to the legacy of colonialism, which he found incompatible with his principles. Beyond poetry, he has worked extensively with young people, promoting literacy and empowerment through the arts. Benjamin Zephaniah's powerful words and uncompromising advocacy made him a crucial figure in reclaiming the narrative for marginalised communities and amplifying the voices of those who have been historically silenced.